She invaded my backyard pool, so I turned it into a koi pond just to spite her. I came home after a brutal 12-hour shift in downtown Atlanta, praying for silence, maybe a cold drink, and some time by the pool with my dog Bruno. But what I found instead? A freaking neighborhood pool party. In my backyard. I'm not even kidding. There were around 15 strangers in my private pool, splashing, laughing, drinking, blaring music, like this was a public park. Some teenage boy even belly-flopped right next to Bruno, who barked like hell, thinking we were under attack. My grill was dragged out. There were folding chairs on the lawn. And my favorite float, the one I bought after my divorce as a self-care gift? Some woman I'd never met was lounging on it with Karen-style sunglasses, like she owned the place. I was so stunned I froze. Then I saw her, Tracy Langston, the president of our HOA. Clipboard queen, enforcer of rules, wearing flip-flops and sipping rosé by my pool. And she had the nerve to wave at me and say, "Hope you don't mind. Just a little community get-together." "Community!" I snapped. "This is my yard. That's my pool. Get the hell out." She smirked and said, "Well, technically, this is an HOA community. Communal values, right?" I swear, for a second, I forgot how to speak. All I could think was, this woman just broke into my property and acted like I was the intruder. The first confrontation. I kicked everyone out on the spot. Some left embarrassed. Tracy didn't. She hissed, "This isn't over," before stomping off like a soap opera villain. Later that night, I watched my security footage. She broke into my yard with a damn bobby pin. She even looked at the camera and mouthed, "He won't mind." I took it straight to the next HOA meeting. I played the footage in front of the whole board. You know what they did? Nothing. Tracy spun it like she was just trying to build community. She called me dramatic, said no one got hurt. But let's be honest. What if a kid drowned? What if someone got drunk and destroyed my property? Would HOA take responsibility? Of course not. She came back. Again, I installed new locks, upgraded my security system, even put up "no trespassing" signs. Didn't stop her. While I was away on a work trip, she broke in again. Had a whole other party. Somehow she had a copy of my new key, or picked the lock again. This time she brought fish food. Yeah, actual koi flakes. I was so confused until it hit me. She must have been spreading rumors that I was turning the pool into a public koi pond. Even the police said it was clearly trespassing, but without damage or injury, they could only issue a warning. She twisted the story again, made it seem like a misunderstanding. Said I once allowed community access. Lie. Total lie. The turning point. That's when I snapped. If no one was going to protect my space, I'd make it undesirable. I'd make it a place no one would want to crash. I pulled out an old landscaping sketchbook I hadn't touched in years, back when I dreamed of building a koi pond. Peaceful, serene, no pool parties, no cannonballs, no Tracy. I hired a pro named Elijah, a water garden designer who took one look at the pool and said, "Let's turn this place into a fortress of Zen." And we did. We drained the pool, tore out the tiles, replaced it with rocks, lily pads, and koi fish. Gliding, gorgeous, quiet. The transformation was so beautiful, it felt like therapy. When Tracy came to scope it out, she smirked and asked, "Big summer plans?" I looked her dead in the eye. "Yeah, making the yard less appealing to trespassers." Her final power play, and the backfire. But Tracy wasn't done. She filed a formal complaint with the county, claimed I was creating a pest risk. A government inspector showed up, saw the pond, and said, "Honestly, this is one of the best-kept backyard ecosystems I've seen." He gave me a signed clearance letter on the spot. Tracy's next move? Hosting a block party and listing my address as a garden tour location. People showed up asking if they could see the koi. I was done being polite. I posted a sign on the gate. Private property. No tours, no visitors, no HOA exceptions. But it didn't stop her from spreading lies. Until one of her old allies, Rita, leaked screenshots of Tracy's private group chat. She was caught coaching people to vote against me, proposing new bylaws to force me to drain the pond, and even saying, "Get him to drain it, or we vote to fill it." It was war. The showdown. At the next HOA meeting, the room was packed. I didn't say much. I let the proof speak. Videos, emails, chat screenshots. Neighbors started standing up, one by one. A guy named Nate shared how Tracy fined him for putting a temporary basketball hoop in his driveway. A single mom said Tracy threatened to report her for hanging holiday lights early. It all came out. The board voted to remove Tracy permanently. No more clipboard, no more fake smiles, just silence. Aftermath and reflection. People started waving again, apologizing. Some even brought fish food or lemonade. I hosted what I called a non-party, just a few chairs and tea by the pond. Kids fed the koi. Bruno laid by my feet. The air felt different. Tracy? She put her house up for sale. The listing read, "Charming home in a connected community with active neighbors." Cute. I sat on the porch one night, watching the koi glide under the moonlight, and thought, how many people stay silent because they think they can't fight back? I'm glad I didn't. Call to action. So now I want to hear from you. Was I petty for turning my pool into a koi pond? Or was it justified? Do you think people like Tracy use community as an excuse for control? And where's the line between friendly teasing and full-on boundary crossing in relationships, especially when power is involved? Let me know in the comments. Don't hold back. And hey, if you enjoyed this story, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ever dealt with a Tracy in their life.